Good day everyone. I'm going to discuss an important topic in programming, the program flow with conditional statements. Basically, we'll talk about how conditional statements help control the flow of programs. Specifically, we'll cover decision-making structures like if else, if, and switch statement. Let's now proceed to the main discussion. The control structures. Okay, so control structures are what we use in programming to control the sequence of execution of code. Meron tayong two main types. First is the decision control structures. These decide kung anong block of code ang i-execute based on certain conditions. Second is the repetition control structures. This allows us to repeat specific blocks of code multiple times until a condition is met. Decision control structures in Java. Sa Java, we have different decision-making statements like the if statement, the if-else statement, and the if-else-if statement. The if statement, it executes a block of code only if a condition is true.
Okay, if statement. So let's first call it some integer, and let's call it variable name of the integer is number, and the value of the number is 10. Now, if the number or the variable name of the integer is number is greater or equal to 10, then system.out print next line, the number is greater than or equal to 10. There, the explanation of this is if the number is greater or equal to 10, which is equal here, equal to 10, magpiprint tong the number is greater than or equal to 10. If we call it if we change the value of our number to 11, we'll still print hanggang 100. Then we still print there.
The if-else statement, it adds an alternative block of code kapag yung condition is false. And
so next naman, since explain na natin integer number or if the number is greater than or equal to 10, ito ang magpiprint. But how about if the number is less than 9 or is less than 10? Walang magpiprint. So ang gagawin nating conditional statement there is magtatawag tayo ng if else statement. If else, or tatawag lang tayo ng else, then system.out print next line, the number is not greater or equal to 10. There. So ang explanation is if this if statement or if this conditional or if this condition is false, i-disregard yan, and ito pupunta siya sa next line which is else, and ito yung puprint niya, the number is not greater or equal to 10. Now if we change the number or the value of the number to 10, since the first condition is true, yan lang ang magpiprint, and i-disregard niya itong else lang.
And then the if-else-if statement, ito yung ginagamit natin kapag maraming conditions. Hindi lang 2 conditions, kundi more than 2. Para siyang hierarchy. Kung hindi true yung first condition, it checks the next condition. If the second condition isn't true, then it checks the third, and so on. And then, so, for example, let's say we're checking the grade of a student. If the grade is above 90, the students get the student gets an A. If the grade is between 80, the students get a B. If the grade is between 70 and 80, the student gets a C. And if the grade is below 70, the student gets a D or fail. So instead of writing separate if statements for each condition, the if-else-if ladder makes the code cleaner and more readable. So,
okay, next example is what we call here if-else-if statement. So, paano natin siya gagawin? So, first, magtatawag tayo ng another or usual integer. Let's call it score. Yes, the value of score is 85. And 85. There. So, magtatawag tayo ng if kasi nga, if-else statement tayo. If the score is greater or equal to 90. Hindi natin. 90. Then system dot out dot print next line to grade is 8. There. And yan. If the score is greater than or equal than 90, magpiprint siya ng grade niya is A. Now, since if else tayo, magtatawag tayo another condition which is as if score is greater or equal than 80, then the system print is B. Grade niya is B. Now, another if or else if score is greater or equal than 70, then grade niya is C. And this is the example of if-else statement. If-else-if statement. Now, magtatawag tayo lastly ng else system that out that print next line to grade is F, since ito ang pinaka mababa na pwede niyang kunin sa grade. Now, pag na-run natin, since 85 ang grade niya, papakita or ang mag-run lang is itong line na to. I-disregard niya to since lahat to is false. Now, pag change natin yung value to 70, there, ang mag-run lang na line is here. As if score is greater or equal than 70. And if we change naman the value of our score to 65 or less than 70 na, mas mababa sa 70, the grade is F. Since kasi ang else natin is set the print next line is grade to F. And that is the if-else-if statement.
Proceed naman po tayo sa coding guidelines. So, when writing conditional statements, firstly, always use curly braces. Kahit isang statement lang yung nasa loob, mas clear siya with braces. Second is the nested if statements. You can use if inside another if para sa mga complex conditions. Pero wag muna sobra kasi nakakalito na rin siya basahin. And then avoid common errors. Wag nating i-mix up ang single, equal at double kasi iba talaga sila. Yung single is for assigning and yung double is for comparing. And make sure the condition evaluates to a Boolean value. Kung hindi, mag-e-error siya. Now, let's move on to the switch statement. This is like an alternative sa if-else statement kung maraming values kang kailangan i-check. Instead of checking conditions to one by one, you just match the value of an expression to one of the case layouts. Make sure to use break statements para di mag-run yung ibang cases unintentionally, and always add a default block as a fallback.
Okay, last example for lesson 7 is switch statement. Switch statement. So, paano natin gagawin to? So, first, as usual, magtatawag tayo ng integer, which is called day. Sige, day na lang. Day 3, or sige, 0 muna ang value ng day. Ano day natin? Later na tayo magtatawag. Now, magtatawag tayo ng switch. Switch. And, tatawagin natin yung variable name natin na day. Yeah. After nyan, tatawag tayo ng casing. Case 1. Ito ang unang case natin. So, sa case 1, ang nakapaloob dyan is system.out.print ln to Monday. There, then wait. There. So, sa system, sa system out print, or sa case 1 natin, ito ang nakapaloob. So, pag tinawag natin ang yung day natin, which is yung variable name natin, which is integer, naka-call out din sa switch natin to 1, ang magpapakita is Monday. Now, if maglalagay pa tayo ng another case, which is case 2, system.out.print ln to Tuesday. Then, break again para pag nirun niya, mag-break siya and hindi na mag-read sa iba pang condition. So, break na lang yung code. Okay. Then, pag tinawag naman natin, yung value natin to 2 is mag-run is yung Tuesday. Same goes for case 3 or case 4, kahit ano ba yan. After nun, since pag nag-type tayo ng value na 3, for example 3, walang magpapakita. So, maglalagay tayo ng default. Ito ang default casing or default natin. Default natin is system.out.print next line to other day. Para ever na magtawag tayo ng 3 or wala sa casing, ang default or yung default yung mag-run. And the other day. Now, that is the switch statement.
In summary, conditional statements like if and switch are super useful in programming. They let us build logic into our programs and make decisions based on different conditions. Just follow proper coding guidelines and avoid common errors para clean and efficient yung code. That's it for my part. Thank you for listening.